So what year was Pleasant Valley founded?
Well, somewhere slightly after 1821, because that's when the mill went in, and the mill was the first building in this area, and the town grew up around it.
Around the mill.
But apparently, from our research so far, around just prior to the Civil War is when a lot of the houses started being built.
This was the general store that Paul Leister owned, and they now have it as a museum.
Yeah, the building was built in 1870.
1870.
And, well, 1870s, we're not sure the exact year. We haven't nailed that down. It was built as a house and store combination, as most businesses were back then. Paul Leister, that you recall running it, purchased it in 1929. Okay, he died in 89, and his wife kept the store open until 2003.
Oh,
Jane, yeah.
Jane. For some reason, a lot of people were into bromo.
Yeah.
We did acquire a few of the old bottles. It had a lot of caffeines and stimulants in it, which is probably why people loved it.
Yeah. It's like old-fashioned Mountain Dew.
What did he call you?
Me?
Yeah, what did he call you?
A bromo.
A bromo.
At one time, Pleasant Valley was a bustling community. There was a bank, a mill, a cannery, an ice cream factory, 3 general stores, 2 barbers, 2 butchers, gas stations.
Wow.
The guy Leister was the barber. Yeah,
He was one of the
Paul's
barbers.
brother. Yeah, he
Yeah.
used to cut my hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But see, I remember when I was a kid that, and then this was the factory across the
Yeah,
way,
that
right?
was the cannon. This was the cannon factory.
Yeah, right across from there.
Right across from it. This was a grist mill and a wood mill.
I used to explore inside there when I was a kid, and they told me not to because you could fall through. Because it was like, yeah, but it was too tempting. Now I just had a weird feeling right here because I remember this section right here. I remember Harlan. You remember Harlan Myers?
No.
You don't remember Harlan?
Yeah.
He would sit back here and he would sit here with another gentleman, and he would just sit here all day talking to Paul. But he'd have a place to sit for them.
Mm-hmm.
But Harlan was like the, he would come and he'd be the town gossip.
Yeah, there was usually a group of gentlemen back here. There was also a spittoon back here because
Yeah.
they would and do the old chew. Briefly, at one period of time, there was a pinball machine that sat here for a few years. There was also a large wood stove that would be there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Almost everything in here is on loan.
Wow.
90% of everything.
Pleasant
in here is
Valley
on
High
loan.
School ring, 1928.
So that would be Jake's grandfather.
Wow. That's Mammy's favorite brand coffee right there.
C.D. Kenny Company, Baltimore.
Wow. That's an antique.
Oh yeah. And this is the original hardware for pulling down your string.
Yep.
For tying off your meats.
Meat. And this is the tot lot where the kids come to play.
The great
It looks exactly
Pleasant Valley.
the same. Yeah.
tot lot.
It looks
Wait. It looks the same as when you were here?
Yes, except the train there was painted.
That train was still there?
Yeah, the train was there, but it was just wood.
Wow.
And this woods here is right behind the ball diamond. And this woods is the haunted woods where the ghost dog came out of that I saw. It was like a German Shepherd. He was transparent. He walked right out of there. So I spent many hours going through that woods looking for baseballs
dog.
and a ghost dog.
Maybe we should go up and see the
Ball diamond?
ball diamond.
I'll show you Victor's fence.
That's what I was thinking.
Victor Guyman. He was about a 60-year-old man. Would play baseball with us guys. He smelled of hair tonic, and he was left-handed. Had one of those like 1912 baseball mitts, and he spent like $3,000 on a fence. This fence, he only put, it's about a 30-foot high fence in right field because he was left-handed. And he didn't put it anywhere else. So they ended up having to put another whole fence around it because his fence just stuck out. There was just a fence and then nothing. So,
There's somebody at the swing set.
how are you? This is Victor's fence and it's falling down. It does look like the Green Monster in Fenway. Actually, it looks more like Wrigley Field because of the ivy.
Okay, the section with all that ivy and growth, that's Victor's fence, right?
Yep.
And none of the other, let me give you a shot.
None of that was here. Home plate used to be down there, actually, and I used to hit it out that way, where the house is now. This here is High Street, and then it consists of High Street, and then we're going to be going down on Main Street.
Down the hill there. This is the highest point, you say?
This is the highest point. Lowest point would be my backyard, my old backyard.
Which we'll see.
Yes.
So hang tight. Aren't you excited, Ted?
And then I'll tell you the story about the troll.
Ooh, now that's what I'm really waiting to hear. The troll.
There's the old general store, but now it's a museum. Paul Leister owned it, and it was back in the early 1900s. And then right here is where I got my haircut. His brother, Guy Leister, owned this. This is the barber shop. And they were brothers, and they're both like in their 80s before they passed away. And here's the old fire hall. My grandfather actually belonged to this fire hall and the big one you see. Right down here's the mill hill. This is where the troll was.
So where exactly did the troll live?
Underneath this right here. Underneath the road right here. This right here is where that big mill you saw the picture of, the mill was right here. This whole spot from here to that hole, and it was real tall. And when I used to explore this big mill, and it was falling down inside, and there was a big factory right over there, I used to explore that too. I would go through all this stuff. Well, you go into the basement of this mill, there was a pipe, and this pipe ran underneath the road, and it would come out underneath here, and there was a building right here, a shed. And it was a water race underneath here, so there'd be water in there. But I crawled into this tunnel through here, and that's where the troll was living. Everybody said there was a troll in here. I thought it was just a story to keep kids away from there. Well, I saw him. He looked very similar to Jimmy.
How did I know that was coming?
Yeah, he was like about yay high. He looked like Loki, the demon Loki. I'm sure.
All right, you didn't see a troll.
I've seen a troll. I crawled in there and I saw him. Everybody said not to go in. I saw him.
You're messing with me, right?
Well, I mean, I didn't capture him or nothing. I didn't talk to him or like touch him. But I was at one end and he was wiggling out the other side. I'm not the only one that saw him though. I'm not that day. I was the only one. But there's other people, other counted, sightings. And I'm sure when they took it away, he's still here. There's a bridge over there too. They said they seen him sitting over there at that little bridge. There's a stream over there too. He used to fish off of. You know, like Billy Goat's Gruff, the Billy Goat Gruff thing underneath the bridge. That's what he's like.
Wow.
And he doesn't like people.
I can't believe they didn't mention this in the museum.
I know.
That'd be
The
the
museum
main
said
attraction.
nothing about the troll.
Or ghosts. See, these are the people who want to keep it like low key. This is a beautiful town, which it is, but they don't think of trolls and ghosts as something people want to come see.
Part of the history of
Now,
the town.
yeah, but us, we find them intriguing. That would bring people. They're afraid
Dirty
it would
little
scare,
secret.
They're afraid that's gonna scare people away.
This is Main Street.
My mother lived here,
Dusty's mother lived here.
and I used to run in the middle of the night from here to where my grandmother lived, and I used to think it was so far. It's really not that far.
Which you're talking about that house right there with the whitish
Yeah,
shutters?
that's it.
Okay.
That's where I grew up.
And that's where you grew up.
Yep.
Okay, everybody. That's where Dusty grew up.
And there's people in the basement. I would like to.
And there are people in the basement.
See, this deck was not on there. Now they have it built into apartments. This used to be my house. So.
I kind of expected, like, rays of light to be shining down from heaven. Oh!
You can do that on the computer.
Let's not get carried away.
This was not here. We had hedges all the way across. I used to have to trim them all the time on both sides.
There's the church. And there's the steeple.
There's the church. And there's the great big fire hall down there. This is the new fire hall they built, and it used to be that farm. And we learned at the museum that it was the Zeb farm. They wouldn't sell until he passed away, and they said that it's haunted.
We might need to get a closer look.
They hear chains rattling through hallways and stuff. So we can walk down there, and then I guess we'll go up to the cemetery because that's where my relatives are that are buried there. But I also want to show you the angel that's eyes open up.
That fire hydrant is for if the firehouse catches on fire.
Safety first.
Oh yeah.
I used to love that field, just looking at it and stuff. And I used to walk down in that field on the other side of the road, and I still have dreams to this day about that field. That's weird.
Let's go ring the bell.
I looked at it right now. I'm like,
I had a dream about a troll last night. I dreamt about my ex-girlfriend looking good.
we are at the cemetery now in Pleasant Valley, and this here is the angel that they say on Halloween at midnight her eyes glow. It opens up and they actually glow. But they say if you touch her, it's bad luck to even touch her right now. So Sven was about to, and I saved his life by stopping him.
He saved your life, man.
Thank
You owe me a
Jessica.
Coke.
That's what my life is worth.
I don't know why or how the legend started, but that's the legend. So kids, if you dare, come here and do it.